Orgone Generator. OrgoneGenerator.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dave from OrgoneGenerator.com. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use trend cards with our new Orgone Orbs. Okay, and we've got a couple here. We've got the Mega Orb, and look at these lights. Look at these lights. I'm going to show you the back one. Very cool. So we got different colors. We'll talk about that. And then we've got the Orb 5. All right. So you got some LED lights on that. So the way you use trend cards with an Orgone Orb, as a reminder, if you don't know, trend cards are these things. We sell them on our website. We also offer them in our private community and in our software. I'm going to show you how to use them with physical structural links. Okay, so a trend is a desired outcome, effect, or result. And what these trend cards are pre-programmed trends that Carl Hans Welz himself, the inventor of the Orgone Generator, inventor of Orgonite, programmed himself. So all you have to do, if you're going to use physical versions, is this. Get yourself your target link. These are structural links. You need a target link and a trend link. I'm just going to target myself. So this is my target link. This is my trend link. All you have to do is attach them. All right, and then I've got, let's see if I can get this on. You get the idea. Okay, I would put it on the paper clip, but I can't because I'm holding a camera. So now you've got target link, trend link. An operation is a target plus a trend plus life energy, right? Now you need the life energy. That's what the generators are for. So with the Welz generators, I would just put it in the middle of the ring, like for my Rad 5. With the Mega Orb, it has a compartment, an inside compartment, and also the 5th generators in there. You can see the purple is different colors than all the other, of the other lights. So it's got a magnetic disc. So all you would do, put it on and stick it in. Boom. And then you can close up the door, also magnetic. Boom. So that's what the Mega Orb. With the Orb 5, what you would do, instead of an internal compartment, because the Orb 5 is about the size of a volleyball. What you would do is you can take off the top, and that's a place for your structural links to go. That's the top of the Orb 5 is basically the same as your metal well plates. And you could also put it underneath, this is on a wooden stand. The Orb 5 has a flatter bottom, so there is actually a little space. So you could put it inside the wooden stand. Let me see if I can pick it up. This thing's kind of heavy. There we go. So you could put your stuff down there too. You could also just put it nearby, or you could have a pyramid touching the generator and put it under the pyramid. So that's how you would use trend cards with the new Orgone Orbs. We believe the Orgone Orbs, and all of this is, usual disclaimer, all of, Orgone, Chi, Prana, Universal Life Force Energy, Vril is not scientifically recognized. And so, when we talk about Orgone output, it's not scientifically recognized. We hope in our lifetime it will be, and that's something we're working towards. But we believe in it. So take this as a, statements of belief, even religious statements. So that is how you use, we believe basically the reason we made orbs was to give people more bang for the buck. We believe they're substantially more powerful. Like both of these generators are substantially more powerful than Welz generators. So that's why we created them, is to move the technology forward and to give people more value, more Orgone output for their dollar. Okay, and also they have other functionality, like you can set frequencies. And we've got other videos showing both these devices, so check those out. So that's how you use physical trend cards. So we sell trend cards on our website, $251. We also offer them as part of your membership fee inside of our private community, our new private community. The community is called Manifesting with Orgone. It's on a platform called school.com/Orgone. And the membership fee is $33 a month. So as soon as you join, you can get something that's $251 for $33. Additionally, we also offer, if you look on our site, we have a technique called the freeze. And that is a method that we employ sometimes. That is also $251, but you can get that as well for just the $33. So you're basically getting $502 worth of value for $33. So if that's something interests you, feel free to join us in our community. We'd love to have you in there. We've got good people in there. That's where we've got other courses in there as well, other instructional videos that we don't share publicly. We give really personalized advice and feedback. We can even advise on trends, situations, answer questions. Nick and I are both active in there, and we've got, it's a place where we want it to be like a central repository of knowledge, where everybody can go through posts and learn together and get really specific feedback from us, because that's been kind of disjointed so far. So feel free to join us, school.com/Orgone. Another place you can get trend cards is in our brand new software. Okay, so if you don't want to use physical, and the more operations you run, you end up with a ton of paper. You forget what operations you are running, especially when you're starting to run like a lot like we do. And so the software, we believe it's the best Orgone generating software, Orgone Generator software that's ever been created. We took the feedback of years, from people using other software and put it in there. And so every trend card we offer, plus a few extra, are contained in the software, and you get them as part of your subscription fee to the software. Okay. We do have a trial for the software. It is $2.99 to try it out. So, feel free to try it out, check out the functionality, see if it's something that you're interested in. But we have other plans, other monthly plans for the software, but none of them are $251. Okay. So we're running that. So if you want access to the trend cards and probably the cleanest, most efficient, most organized way to run operations, we suggest you check it out. The software is orb.space, orb.space. And that's why, we named orbs, and there's orbs inside the software, is because we knew we were launching these. And we think these are like the future of Orgone technology, and the future is here. The future's already here, it's just not evenly distributed. So, but yeah, if you'd like trend cards, if you want to just, get them off the site and print them out, you can absolutely do that. If you join our school community, you can still get them and print them out. And if you want to use a digital version, then we'd recommend you jump on the software, because that's the best way to do it. You could, by the way, with trend cards, so these are pre-programmed trends, you don't have to write anything. You could do both. You could, if I want to inspire creativity in myself, I could write, I'm immediately extremely creative. I could write, I could have a larger structural link, and write that as a trend, and then attach the trend card as well. But when you have the trend card, you don't need to do a written trend, which is one of the benefits. Okay. And we use trend cards every day. So that is how to use a trend card with new Orgone Orbs. Obviously, you can use the software with the Orgone Orbs as well. We've got other videos on that. But feel free to drop any comments. Hopefully, you'll join us in our private community, and we will talk to you soon.